Y'all now tuned in with Camryn Chanel, man, and I'm rocking with Sav Lab. It gets no realer. Tapped in like a motherfucker. Till it.
Look, so you know I, bitch. Yeah, I gotta keep this stick on me. These niggas pussy talking about they got this hit on me. Fat low, my bitch getting thick on me. Fuck the baddest hoe up in your crew like I got dick on me.
Yeah, it's your Highness with Sav Lab, and it gets no realer. And today I have a very, very special guest with me, the one and only Camryn Chanel.
Yes, sir. You already know what the vibes is. Glad to be here for sure. It's been a long time coming, but we here now. So.
Yeah, most definitely. It was an honor and a pleasure to have you here with us, sit down with us and chop it up with us, I think the first time I seen you was at our little beach bash that we did at Alcott. Yeah. And I gotta say, man, you shut it down. And ever since then, I've been checking for you. So most definitely.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that video went up too. The numbers on it, I still go back because I go back all the time in my Facebook memories and watch like all my videos that I have. Yeah. And the numbers on that just go up. That went crazy.
Yeah, it was definitely a moment.
Yeah.
It was a moment. And I think, because in rap music and entertainment in general, there's times where there's moments. That was one of those.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. It was fun. I love performing. That's one of my strong points as an artist. So it was definitely lit.
Yeah, for sure. So Camryn Chanel. I also know you go by the name Cammy Too Cold.
Yes, sir.
What was your first rap name?
My first rap name was actually K Sneak. It was K Sneak, and that was my rap name from the time I was like 8 till I was like 16, 17. And then I switched to Key Too Filthy. And then I went from Key Too Filthy to Camryn Chanel. And that's kind of how the Cammy Too Cold got incorporated, because everybody was used to saying Key Too Filthy. And so I was just like, I gotta do something with the two. So I was like, Cammy Too Cold. So yeah, and that's the vibe now. Everybody know on all my records I say, Cammy Too Cold, tapped in like a motherfucker. So everybody know me by that. People get confused with the name too, because they think it's Cammy Too Cold. They see me as Camryn Chanel, so I always make sure to tell people, Camryn Chanel. That's how you'll find my music.
Grown bitch, credit score something like 800. Dumb bitch, you can't get my line, you got the fake number. Squad thick, it's looking like another cold summer. Hey, that's your man. Tell me why the fuck you told on her.
Okay. So where are you from?
I'm from Seattle. I'm from the Central District specifically. But yeah, I'm wholeheartedly Seattle, born and raised. I went to all the schools in the city, Garfield alumni, Go Dogs. But yeah, I'm a CD baby for sure.
Okay, for sure. Well, so how did you get into rap music? Like, how did you first start?
So really what it wasn't even like me listening to it and like falling in love with it like most people do, because I didn't really listen to rap music growing up. My family's super religious. But I had my best friends as kids. We're still friends now. They were boys. They were both boys. And I have always been a tomboy, so I used to do everything that they did. Basketball, football, whatever else, and then when it got to like the beatboxing and rapping on the table phase, like 2nd grade, 3rd grade, it was like, nah, you a girl, you can't do this. So I went home and I wrote me a little rap, and I came back and I shut everybody down, and ever since then I just been rapping.
Okay,
It was more like a I'm gonna show you what I can do type thing. It wasn't really like, oh yeah, I want to do this so bad because I love hip hop. It wasn't like that.
You definitely have a gift for it. Like when you listen to your lyrics, you're actually saying something, and in the way the structure, the way you put the rhymes together, it's just, you definitely have a gift for it.
Thank you.
Know what I'm saying? Definitely. Matter of fact, how do you go about writing songs? How is the songwriting process?
So for me, it's a little different because I don't write with a beat on. A lot of artists write like they'll pick out their beat and they'll make a hook and kind of play off the hook and do it like that. But I don't write with a beat, so a lot of times like I just think lyrics in my head, or like I'll be asleep and I'll think of something. I'll just go on my notes and I'll write it down, and then I just kind of construct the song by itself, and then I'll go and find the beat to match it, and then I'll find the beat, and then I'll kind of retweak the lyrics to fit the beat. So my process is a little different, but I think it fits for me. I'm just more of a thinker. I'm not a freestyler, so I'm more of a thinker. And I like to take the time to like really, you know, say what I have to say in the correct way and in a way that people will understand it, or even a way that'll go over some people's heads. I like to just be real clever with my bars, especially as a female. Right now in this day and age, everybody's doing like the sex sales music and the fat ass and bad bitch, and I ain't never been that type of rapper. I'd like to rap with some type of substance. So yeah, I just take my time with it and kind of develop it as I go.
Okay, yeah, I'm glad you mentioned it, because yeah, when you think of the female rapper, that's usually what you think of, like the stripper rapper type, you know what I'm saying, thing.
Yeah.
So how would you kind of touched on it a little bit, but how would you describe your style and all that?
Really, I would really describe myself as versatile, because I do it all. I can do, you know, trap music, I can do pain music, I can do R&B, I can do, you know, really lyrical, or I can do, you know, bit boppity TikTokity stuff. Like I can do a little bit of everything. I think I'm just a crowd pleaser, so I try to make an impact on my songs and make songs that people are gonna want to listen to. Like even if it's super lyrical and something that someone who likes, say, a Cardi B or, you know, whoever would listen to, I want them to still be able to enjoy my music, and still get the message, even though that's not what they're coming for, you know. So that's one of the other reasons why I beat selection and writing a song is, if the beat is not, if the beat's, you know, like a up-tempo type of club beat, I want to always put some lyrical stuff in there so that people are getting what I want to give them without them knowing that I'm giving it to them, and they're gonna listen to it either way. So yeah.
They say we did the drill, but we won't cry about it. These niggas say we did the drill, then they ain't lie about it. Rest in peace, my demons. Fuck the suckers in that grave plot. Toro double backs, they still sitting in the same spot.
Okay. So what's the process, and how do you go about selecting the beat?
Man, really. So with me, the biggest thing is a lot of people don't know this, but I play instruments too. So I always listen for musicality and instrumentation. I play the piano, I play the clarinet, I play the flute, I play a little guitar, and I can play the percussion.
Oh man, you're a little Stevie Wonder, huh?
Yeah. And I play everything off ears. I'm not classically trained by anything except for the clarinet. I played in band from middle school and high school. Yeah. But other than that, like everything I do is by ear. My dad's the same way. So I always listen for instrumentation. Like I don't like beats that are like super repetitive all the way through the beat. I like those drops and those breaks and those, you know, those 808s. I'm really big on 808s. I think that's just a West Coast thing. You know, I love a good 808, but yeah, it's really just the instrumentation for me. And I listen to a lot of music on a regular, so like if I find a song that I like, I'll go and I'll search up like these type of beats, or like and try to get a rhythm, and I'll either have my producer kind of remake it and retweak it to how I like it, or I'll just go on YouTube, find a beat and buy it, you know, exclusively, and do it like that.
So you said your father is the same way. Is he's into music?
Not anymore so much. He's older now, but growing up, my dad really was like a big part of the reason why I got into music. My mom, both sides of my family are super like musically inclined, and like everyone plays instruments or sings or does something. So I've been around music my whole life, but I can vividly remember like being around my dad and listening to like the Isley Brothers, and my dad would sit me on his lap and, you know, kind of let me just bang on the piano and try to teach me the notes. Same with my grandmother. She used to just play for like church stuff. Like she would go to choir rehearsal and get the songs and try to play the songs so she could remember the words, and I would just kind of sit there and like play along and try to get it like that. So yeah, that had a lot to do with it.
Yeah, absolutely. So you were saying earlier, you know, with rapping, that it wasn't about like you heard other rappers and you wanted to rap.
Yeah.
That wasn't the reason, but you know, got into it for other reasons. But after you did get into it, did you have any musical influences?
Not really, but I will say this. I will say the first song that I heard by female rappers that made me be like, oh yeah, I could do this is actually Brandy. So Brandy's my favorite artist of all time. Just period. And Anybody who watches this, Monica is not better than Brandy. Let's just put that out there. But Brandy's my favorite artist, and she dropped the I Wanna Be Down remix, and it had Queen Latifah, Yo-Yo, MC Light, and Queen Latifah is when she came on that About Yay Short, About Yay Talk. That verse right there was just like, oh yeah, like I gotta get into this. And then I started listening to, you know, like the Tupacs and the Biggies and the Nas's and all that stuff. But that was like the first song that I really like vibed with and connected to, and was like, oh yeah, this is lit. Let me like try to do something like this.
For sure. Yeah, I could dig it. So, right now, nowadays, who's your favorite rappers, or do you have any?
My favorite rapper is Meek Mill. I love Meek. I love his cadence. I love the way he flows. I love his delivery. I love his, you know, his subject matter. I feel like he's just a dope, all-around, well-rounded artist. Rappers. That's really like my top rapper. I ain't gonna lie to you. I really don't listen to rap that much. I listen to a lot of R&B.
Well, that's my next question.
Yeah, I listen
like,
to a
who's
lot
on your playlist? Like, who you?
Right now, my favorite song is "Damaged" by her, and it's a song from like last year. But that's one of my favorite songs. I'm listening to, like, I always listen to a lot of Kim and Kenny Lattimore. I listen to a lot of Anita Baker, Brandy, of course. Let me see, actually, because I got some playlists. Hold on, let me just tell you a couple songs on my playlist. I listen to a lot of Kehlani. I love Kehlani. Bryson Tiller, Eric Bellinger, and I really fuck with Tiana Taylor. Tiana Taylor's I've been knowing about her for a while, ever since she did like My Sweet 16, but she just now started to like really pursue music and acting and directing and stuff, and the last project that she dropped has been on my playlist, being played nonstop. And then Summer Walker, for sure. Those, I would say that's like the top what I'm listening to right now. I listen to a lot of locals too, though. I ain't gonna lie, I listen to a lot of locals just to kind of see who I want to work with, how they sound in, what type of energy they're giving. So I listen to a lot of locals. I'll say I listen to a lot more local rap than I do like mainstream rap.
Okay. Yeah. You want to throw any names out there?
I listen to a lot of 2K TK. He's one of my favorites right now. I listen to a lot of Make a Million, Mike Jack. Who else? Segi. He just dropped. He just started recently dropping, and it was like super brand new to me. But I like how he comes off. He's real smooth on the track. And then of course my camp, we got Doc Holla, D Hodge, or Snap Gotti, Melinda Sun, All Pro Go. I listen to a lot of Mafi D, Frenchie Oso. I listen to a couple heavy hitters in the city for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So who is your crew? Like who are you running with in the rap game?
So right now I am on Bad Records, and I'm managed by Rich Millionaire Management Company. Shout out gang. Members only. We got the squad, man. But yeah, that's what I'm rocking right now. And really that whole setup is more like I've been knowing all these guys for years, since I was a kid. It started off as like some everybody that we know from the neighborhood coming together and kind of pushing each other's dreams. But now we're kind of branching off, and we want to get everybody included. Everyone who wants to be down, can come and fuck with us for real. Like, we real open to everything, all types of music, all producers, all engineers. So yeah, that's a team for sure.
Yeah, that's the mathematics.
This for all the ratchet hoes, bitches with a fat wad. You ain't worth the telly, bitch, we fucking in the trap spot. Waterboard niggas, yeah, y'all looking like some mascots. Baby hit the play, sent the funds to the cash card.
So far, what's the highlight of your music career?
The highlight. I think the highlight is me going on tour. I think just to be able to say that I went on tour 45 cities in 60 days before I was 21. I turned 21 on the tour, actually. And I think that was just like a big step for me. That was just kind of, and I had to take a leap out on faith on that, because I literally quit my job to go on that tour, and had to kind of just rely on my faith and my belief in myself and my music that I could actually pursue that. And it was hard as hell. I ain't gonna lie to you, it was real hard, because I'm the baby of my family, so I ain't never really been away from my mom or my sister that long, and it was just a lot for me, and so I had to kind of endure a lot and get through the motions of that. But it was definitely well worth it. It definitely paid off. It was a vibe. I loved it. The energy that I got was amazing. And then also I was on tour with Devin the Dude, so it was somebody who wasn't even my style that I went on tour with, and was able to command his crowd the same way I would be able to command my own crowd. So it was just, kind of showing me what type of artist I am, what I can do when I put my mind to it type thing. So I think that's the highlight for sure.
Okay. And you've been making a lot of noise since you've been doing your thing. Yeah. You did take a break for a little while. What was there any reason for the break, or?
Really, the break was just because I feel like, so I've been rapping seriously, I would say professionally, since I was 14. So that's, I'm 25 now, so that'll tell you how long, and I felt like it was just kind of getting like too hobbyish for me. It wasn't like a passion anymore. It wasn't something that I looked forward to doing. It was like, I'm doing it because you guys keep asking me to do it, and I'm making songs and I'm dropping songs, but I don't really like them that much. And it was just like, I wasn't really personally feeling it. I didn't believe in it at that moment. So I had to kind of take a step back and remember why I fell in love with music, and remember why I did it, and kind of regroup and reground myself in order to proceed and be better. And I ain't gonna lie, I feel like it's the best thing I've ever done for my career, because ever since I came back, classics. Classics. And I ain't missed yet. So I think I just needed that break to kind of get my feet wet again, and kind of get back into that stamina that I had in the beginning. And yeah. Absolutely. What do you consider a successful career? So I'm not one of those to be like, I want to be signed or I don't want to be signed, because of course, if anybody sends in front of me with a deal, I'm gonna take it, if it's worth it. Don't get it twisted, if it's worth it. But my biggest sense of success for me as an artist is being able to make it to a national, international level without having to conform or change who I am. That's one of my biggest things, because like I said, I'm not the average female rapper in this decade or this generation, but I feel like what I come with, there's somebody out here that needs to hear it, and I don't want to have to change who I am or how I dress or how I sound or what I rap about to be accepted. So if I can make it to the level that other people make it, on a national and international level, global level, worldwide level, without having to change who Camryn Chanel is wholeheartedly, then I'm fine with that,
For sure. Yeah. On the industry level, is there anybody that you want to work with?
For sure. I definitely want to work with Roddy Ricch. I definitely want to work with him. Nicki, of course. Like, that's just mandatory. I want to work with Young and May. I think we have like the same type of vibe. She's like really, really dope. Lil Baby, Lil Durk. Everybody that's hot right now. Of course, I want to work with Brandy. That'll be a dream to me. That'll be like Made It. Kehlani, Tank. That's one of my other favorites. I want to get into some R&B stuff, and when I do that, I want to sit down with him. I really want to work with Timbaland. I feel like he's just the be-all, end-all with a lot of shit. And then, of course, Hov. You gotta work with Hov. So, yeah, those are my... Oh, and Drake. I gotta put Drake in there. We can't forget Drake. Cannot forget Drake.
So when you say your R&B thing, does that mean you sing too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's on the low, but I dibble and dabble here and there. I'm working on putting together like a five or six song EP. That's just R&B, just to see how people take it. And I'm in this new project that I'm about to drop. I'm doing a little singing here and there, just to kind of give them a taste. And then I'm gonna drop an EP that's just strictly R&B, and see how everybody goes.
Oh, yeah. I can't wait to hear it. For sure. Okay. What about locally? Do you see yourself working with anybody?
I'm open to work with everybody, for real. I feel like one thing that I do regret being in the game for this long and being in the industry is that I really kind of cut myself off from features. I didn't want to do any features, but I feel like now in this time where the whole city is kind of popping off and everybody is in their own bag and got their own thing going on, the talent here is crazy. So I would be crazy if I didn't work with any and everybody that I could. So my door is always open. I definitely want to connect and link with everybody that I can. To get it done, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So somebody wanted to hire you for a feature. how would they go about that, and how would they get in contact with you?
So I ain't gonna lie, my in-city features are a little, I treat them a little bit different than I would treat my out-of-city features, just because
You don't have to say any figures on.
Yeah,
you know
no, this is, I'm just saying, this is the home
Yeah.
team, so I always want to show love, you know, and I know everybody got their own thing going on. Ain't nobody here on yet, so if we could put something together that would put each other in a position, then we could work it out. But just at all times, man, my manager is in my Instagram bio, richwillionaire, at gmail.com is the email, man. If you want to book me for shows, features, just get at them. They'll quote you the price, let you know how we can go about it, and work out the, you know, the necessities, and get it going like that.
So, do you think it's important to speak on some of the injustices going on in America and the world in your music?
I definitely think so. Especially me being black, and me being black in of the LGBTQ community. I think it's super, super, super important for me to use my platform to speak on things like that, because there's a lot of times when people have a platform and they don't. And it's just like, you could be, you know, the person that somebody needs to hear to want to change how they are, or how they think, or how they move. So I definitely think it's important for me to do that. And I actually just finished a song. It's called Reparations. It'll be out on my mixtape coming out, the Block Barbie. And it's me, Melinda Son, and All Go Pro. I actually did it because I got invited to the CHOP event that they're having for the anniversary of CHOP, when they shut down the precinct in honor of George Floyd. And it's kind of like a Juneteenth type thing as well, but we did a song about like the injustices and social injustices and police brutality. So I definitely think it's important, and that's one of the songs that I'm going to push as a single for sure, because I think that's super important. There's no point in having a platform if, you know, you ain't using it to for the betterment of your people and your community. So
absolutely.
Jackpot, hit another lash, bitch, we mash her. She say she addicted, guess I'm something like the crack pot. Hard knot, come and learn this game, I got the crash course. Bareface bandit, tell your future with this mask off.
Where can people go online to find your, go to find your music?
Man, I'm everywhere, man. Google me, baby. Camryn Chanel. iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, Tidal. Any streaming platform that you got is there. Amazon Music, Amazon Prime, YouTube, all my music's there. My old stuff is on SoundCloud still. I don't think I'm gonna ever take it down just because my views went crazy. But yeah, I'm everywhere, man. And every time I drop, everything goes everywhere. So whatever streaming platform you use, and even if you don't got one, everything's on YouTube always. But I highly suggest you to buy it. That would be highly appreciated. Yeah, I'm everywhere.
Oh yeah, you know, Sav Lab stamps it and recommends it for sure. So what? You mentioned a single and I think a mixtape. What's coming up?
So I'm really trying to drop it this month, but just because of COVID and circumstances, it might have to drop in July. But I'm really trying to drop it this month. It's a project called The Block Barbie. And it's gonna be, that's my new alias. So I got Camryn Chanel, I got Cammy Tuco, I got Two, and then I got the Block Barbie. And the Block Barbie is kind of just like, she's a hood baby, but she's still a girl. She can still talk her shit, you know. So it just kind of brings both my alter egos together. Cammy Tuco and Two, it brings them together. That's the Block Barbie. So I'm kind of introducing the world to the Block Barbie on this project. I got some dope features on it. I'm about to release some dope visuals for it. And yeah, this is going to be the first project that I'm dropping with my team behind me. So shout out to my team. They really, you know, did in the footwork to make things happen. We doing the full court press for this one. So yeah, I'm excited. And I feel like, honestly, this is the best piece of work that I've created in a minute. So yeah, I'm excited to drop it.
Yeah, we excited to hear it. Okay, all right. Well, one thing we like to do here at Sav Lab, we like to ask if you can spit something for us.
I look, Big Cam, never play in the background. Call me Steve Jobs, my niggas stay with a Mac round. Like a car lot, you gotta come with your cash down. Never catch me slipping, security ain't doing pat downs. No face, we ain't in the liabilities. Niggas think they better than Cam, gotta be shitting me. Hit the text now, this nigga say that he missing me. Bitches talk a lot until bullets flying through quick weaves. They paying like I'm utilities and it's crazy. Let that nigga eat it, he trying to give me a baby. Speaking on me, baby, you better just play it safely. Bitch, I'm big homie like Big Meech in the 80s. Talk about the girly, I promise I love the energy. Trying to keep it cool, but you bitches love making enemies. It's more than rap, baby, I gotta fuck with you mentally. Wanna be ass bitches still confused with their identity. Never needed recognition or praise. I've been a dog, yeah, you searching for a plug. You know I'm the one to call. They know I got the answers. I told them we finna ball and they still killing us for nothing. It's forever, fuck the law, fuck the PD. Niggas greasy, nigga believe me, they keep saying I fell off, but these niggas know that they need me. Major League Camryn, you niggas still in the pee-wee. How y'all say y'all looking for me, but you never come and see me.
Yeah, I like
Long
that.
Barbie, man, tap in like a motherfucker.
No hesitation, for sure. Well, it's an honor and a pleasure to sit down and chop it up with you.
Always.
You know?
I told you, I'm an interview professional.
You are.
Real smooth.
Nigga. Hey, man, it's another cold summer, motherfucker, man. We out here, man. You already know what the fuck going on. Rest in peace, my demons, man.